Fit Good One here, and eventually we will like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, help promote and rank up my channel. So we're going to be reviewing WandaVision episode 7.
This will be your only warning.
And I'm actually dropping my review for episode 6 too today. Things in Texas are pretty messed up, pretty backed up, and as a result, so am I. My editing software has been on the fritz, not responding, being unresponsive, so it's been difficult to produce videos like I normally do. But let's talk about WandaVision episode 7, because this episode was a game changer, literally. This was so hilarious to me. In comparison to the last episode, I thought the comedic element, the whole sitcom gimmick, had just worn out its welcome for me. But this episode walks it back pretty damn good, pretty damn quickly. There's a lot of hilarious laugh-out moments, and some little subtle ones, too. So, let's go ahead and talk about the story on this one. It's essentially Wanda retreats inside of herself, trying to take the day off, consumed with her depression.
Mommy's not sleeping, honey. She is just resting her eyes.
And just not having it.
Resting her eyes.
Losing control.
Why it's all falling apart and why.
And then on the other side of things, you have Darcy and Vision regrouping, trying to figure things out together and trying to get back home. And then on the other side, you have Monica and Jimmy Woo trying to figure out how to get back inside, and separately from Hayward, who's still trying to do the same thing. And that's essentially what the story of this episode is. But let's go ahead and talk about the positives of it. I'm going to break this down into character because it's a lot easier to organize it that way. So on the positive side, when it comes to Darcy and Vision, their side of the story, their subplot, Vision waking up at the circus being mistaken for a clown, that's pretty hilarious and equally insulting. Beyond that, Darcy is there playing her new role on WandaVision, repeatedly mistaking Vision for someone coming on to her. And fortunately for the pacing, it doesn't take long for him to distract her and wake her up, pointing to a mime lifting something heavy that's not really lifting, mimes. And she's like, "Oh no, you're back!" These little subtle doses of humor are littered throughout the episode, and it's pretty damn enjoyable. Vision has questions. Darcy says she has the answers.
My questions. Are my children safe?
That I don't know.
And who is that imposter Pietro?
It's me.
But she can't answer his first questions, and you get another dose of humor as they escape.
I'm so sorry, we were double booked by the agent!
The Vision does get answers to his creation and demise, but unfortunately the questions we've all been asking still can't be answered.
What am I now?
What I don't get is why you can't leave the hex.
Vision assumes Wanda is trying to thwart his return home due to the red lights, the road workers, the crossing children, and when he finally becomes self-aware to ask what the hell he's doing, it's pretty hilarious.
What am I doing here? Sitting, talking to you? This is absurd. I need to get my wife.
Monica and Jimmy Woo discovered that Hayward just wants Vision's body.
It wasn't decommissioning Vision, it's trying to bring him back online. Nothing worked until
Wanda stole Vision's body.
They meet with their contact and get a custom built rover, kind of remind me of Mass Effect. But the big payoff for Monica to become the hero we know her as from the source material finally happens. It's been hinted at, it's been teased at. You've had Photon on that plaque of her mother. Whether she goes by Photon or Spectrum.
Did we get your specs right?
Is pretty up in the air at this moment, but her attire reflects that of her comic book counterpart as she comes out the other side of this thing, and I was fucking loving every moment of it. Monica gets her way inside. Unfortunately, though, she's not able to convince Wanda to side with her, to reason with her.
You have to take it down. No, don't make me hurt you.
Agnes, always there. Agnes, who's always there, popping in to run interference, always conveniently there, and we know why. We've suspected why. But this was awesome, getting Monica as she should be, and we finally get to see after their confrontation where she ends up in the episode at the end credit scene, and that's a big spoiler warning that she's snooping through Agnes's place, or Agatha's place, and runs into fake Quicksilver.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
So I'm very curious to see where that actually goes. Maybe this Quicksilver is actually Ralph. Maybe he's actually Ralph.
Ralph says I sugarcoat things, but you try telling a 10-year-old that his mother is cuckoo for cocoa.
Because I've always thought it's strange that the audience has awareness this guy has been Quicksilver, but Wanda doesn't. People in the show doesn't. So if he's not actually, it's a bit too much of a meta nod or breaking the fourth wall type, which the episode is named. It's a bit too much on the nose with that. If there isn't more to the story than this, because Wanda isn't aware this guy is some alternate Quicksilver. Anyways, Wanda is an absolutely fucking hilarious, adorable mess in this episode.
Why it's all falling apart and why...
Okay, adult for shit. Still wearing her comic book accurate costume from Halloween, losing her grip, her control, and the expressions her kids have to her behavior.
No answers. Nada, niente.
Is absolutely fucking hilarious.
I don't. I have. No.
I love this Wiccan and Speed. Their expressions.
Everything is meaningless.
These child actors.
I'm your mom. You were counting on me to have all the answers, right?
Unfortunately, though, Wanda does do something pretty dumb.
Yes, come on in. I'd get up, but I just don't want to.
Handing off her kids to the wrong person.
Mom's some me time.
Agnes, are you sure?
Oh, abso-positively.
And when she confronts Monica, she comes off pretty fucking scary, like a villain.
To bring Tell me about that. I don't want to hear about it. All you do is lie!
She even says, "How can you be sure I haven't become the villain?"
You have to take it down. No, don't make me hurt you.
So just a quick couple of highlights before I move into the finisher. Wanda, that moment where she's talking to the camera, the character's talking to the camera, and the other person's not supposed to talk back, but it happens.
Fix it.
Do you think maybe this is what you deserve?
What? You're not supposed to talk.
And then you have that moment where Agnes is like, check out this mole on my back, it's weird. Oh, I understand boundaries with Wanda, but then ask the boys to do that.
You know what? If one of you two could take a quick look, I'd appreciate it. It's right here above my...
That situation where Wanda's like, that's not my brother.
Oh, P said that thing about re-killing Dad.
Don't believe anything that man said. He is not your uncle.
Yeah, and the kid's like, then who was that? Who were we palling around with? That's not our uncle?
Don't believe anything that man said. He is not your uncle.
Who is he?
And Sugar snaps. That's a real nice touch. Wanda was too preoccupied with herself.
My head feels weird. It's like really noisy.
And she sent her kids to hang out with Agnes.
You're quiet, Agnes. On the inside.
And Senior Scratch-A-Lot.
Tommy? Billy?
Fortunately, Wanda finds out the hard way that Agatha isn't just your friendly neighbor who's always there in a pinch.
Magical girl in town, did you? The name's Agatha Harkness.
It is quite an enjoyable relief to have that rabbit pulled out of the hat, to have this fraud exposed.
It's been Agatha all along.
I believe Agatha's a pawn, and where this is going is somewhere much, much larger, much, much bigger. Unfortunately, the kids get taken right when they grow on you, and I'm just curious how much involvement characters like fake Quicksilver have. Or if he's actually a real multiverse Quicksilver, or maybe he is actually Ralph. He's the devil in disguise. We'll have to see where it goes, but I really enjoyed this fucking episode. I thought it was absolutely hilarious, and it did everything I wanted it to. It exposed Agatha. All the characters were great in this. Darcy, Vision, getting Monica Rambeau superpowered, having Wanda discover the truth. Of course, now she's probably under manipulation and control because she knows that, she doesn't know how all this started, and that's probably where she's at right now. She's kind of just been brainwashed. But we'll have to see where it goes. I want to hear everybody's thoughts, opinions, theories, how much you enjoyed the episode. I thought it was a goddamn fucking masterpiece that I loved and relished every goddamn second of.
I killed Sparky, too.
Anyways, Fake Goodwin here. Eventually we will like, subscribe, share, comment. Stay awesome. Rock on. See you in the comments section.
Thanks to Agatha, naughty Agatha.